to throw on 4th and 18. He's given time. He wants Jefferson. Climbs the ladder. Oh my goodness! Justin Jefferson the catch of his life.
Good evening, everybody. How you doing? It's your boy, Coach Lee. Happy Monday to you. We are 4 days away from the weekend. We're back at it like we're mad at it. And as always, welcome to the Playcall show where we talk all things gridiron, football, whatever you want to do with it. Man, we got the crew up in here tonight. And as always, we got a great show labeled up for you. So to get the guys up in here, as always, right off the bats, coming in here in the backstage, he's bouncing around, ready to do his thing to knock out. My man, Meta Watt.
We hit. What's going on, man? It's Monday. Play call sheep. I'm gonna play him. Let's go long. I got you. What's going on, everybody? Hope everybody's getting to on this Monday. Mamba mentality. I got an Under Armour here tonight, man. You know what I'm saying? Mama forever. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my man Cole, man, for the motivation that you drive me on. Now on Mondays, continuous effort to, maintain to be positive. So I hope everybody's positive first off, and your week's off to a positive start.
Shout out to Chris and Chris. See you out there. Appreciate y'all, man. How you doing today, too?
I'm doing good, man. You know what I'm saying? Got some good sleep Sunday night, got in here. But I told Will backstage, as soon as we air off, sleep time.
I can feel it. I can dig it, bro.
So,
man,
that's what we here for.
So, speaking of Will, man, it's gonna be interesting as we talking football. Them Patriot fans show quiet these days, man.
Oh, well, quiet, man. But they have reason to, man. They have real reason to, and they don't really got to talk right now. You know what I'm saying? Because they know the truth's kind of coming in, man. Bill Belichick, not Bill Belichick, the son of Bill Belichick, just a quick one, was hired at Washington today. I believe they carry their DC their DC duties. So shout out to the young Belichick, but we'll talk a little bit and bring Bill Belichick's name up later on. But we can't talk like this behind somebody's back. We have to talk this shit in front of them. So we're gonna bring in the man, Chile with the building.
What's up, fam?
That's how we gonna start our day. All right.
That's how we start our day, man. See, last Monday, y'all had my boy outnumbered. It's 3-1, man.
I'm outnumbered every show. I'm outnumbered every show.
Oh, that was the point of the show last week. They had me on the buckle hitting me, and nobody. Coach came in to save me. Shout out to Coach, man. Again, shout out to Josh Austin coming on last week. Shout out to Jake for making a birthday week appearance on the Play Call Sheet last week. But it's back to the triangle offense, so that's how we gonna rock tonight. And get it in.
Run that. So, man, y'all had a good weekend, huh?
Yeah, great weekend. I feel like we've been football cravey and swavy all year. I felt like yesterday was kind of a day to relax. Now I've told everybody I'm 75% in. I'm 75% out of the Super Bowl. I may not watch Super Bowl Sunday. I'm at 75% right now. Could go. I could be watching it, but 75% of me does not want to watch the Super Bowl. I wish there was football on last week, man. I wish there was a football game that actually mattered that was on last week.
Yeah.
Last weekend.
We had football last weekend? Did we have football?
We had flag football.
We did have flag football. And they dressed it up and call it what? They call it
the Pro Bowl.
The Pro Bowl, man. The Pro Bowl. Man, I do not recognize the game. They playing dodgeball and stuff.
It's fun.
The whole weekend is.
I don't mind the little games and everything, and the fucking flag football is basically exactly what they play with pads on anyway. So it really,
yeah, true.
There's no change. It would look if the options are nothing at all, and this I'll take this, but we don't need the Pro Bowl back. The only other option is not to do any of this dumb shit. So
right.
I'll take this.
people be watching Super Bowls because Taylor Swift's their baby mama and all that stuff. And we'll talk a little bit about that later. But in terms of the Pro Bowl, I mean, like I said, I didn't watch it. I mean, I didn't even know it was on. You know, when I found out it was on, I knew I can go on YouTube and see some highlights and things like that. Like Will said, the games, the festivities before the Pro Bowl, they're festivities that every sport have. So I'm not mad at that. But the actual game and the fact that there's no hitting, I'm not a fan of that. And I'm sorry that the NFL wants to go a different way and treat their players that are worth millions of dollars, you know, to not be hurt. But this is why they play 17-something weeks, 18 weeks beforehand. What's another game of them playing at a competitive level? I mean, not saying that the flag football game wasn't competitive, because it looked like a fun time out there for those guys going out there and play. So shout out to them for going out there and play, but we kind of know we're getting in all-star games and stuff like that. We know if they had pads on, it'll be a little different. And that's why we're mad at it, because we see the NBA and they just let everybody just shoot the ball. Hockey is much more competitive because they're on ice skates and this and that. But, you know, you can kind of see it there sometimes, but they're not going to score as much because of the structure that they play in. Football was kind of like that last thing where, you know what I'm saying, you got that. You got the high five names, and they were playing, and it was it's tackle football. We want to go see flag. I go see my son, my daughter play a game.
So yeah, last two statements. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Will.
I just don't know what the alternative is. I don't know what else they could do. The actual Pro Bowl, it was so bad. We ain't seen I can't wait, but we ain't seen a real hit in the Pro Bowl since Sean Taylor was alive.
Yeah, that's true.
They was.
Shout out to Chris, man. No, you absolutely do not have this Pro Bowl after the Super Bowl. After the Super Bowl here, it should be over. The Super Bowl should be the last game that happens. Rather take the Pro Bowl out.
Wait. Wouldn't it be better to have the Pro Bowl after the Super Bowl? That's what it used to be, and nobody watched it. That's why they moved it.
Nobody watched it because it's real. You see your champion already. That's the, you know what I'm saying? Like, and they will never go the route of going in the middle of the season.
There's no way to do the Pro Bowl right because you guys don't want to get hurt.
My idea.
Down in.
So it's already flag football, right?
Yeah.
Right.
They're not even really playing hard. They're probably half-assing it out there, right?
Okay.
I would rather see some old schoolers out there doing flag football.
You trying to see ACLs tour?
Are you trying?
I see what you want. You
Or do this.
Hey, look! I ran for the bus today. About a 30-second run. I'm in a lot of pain right now. That's what
you could tweak it this way. You could tweak it this way, and this might work. This might work. You have kind of what the NBA NBA rookie sophomore games doing, where they have like 4 teams,
okay,
or 3 teams, 4 teams, and those teams duke it out, and then there's a championship game. Only way that the Pro Bowl can make some type of light in it, because you're seeing mixture teams. You're not seeing NFC versus AFC. You know what I'm saying? You're seeing a mixture of teams of guys that are Pro Bowl guys. You have your voting still and all that stuff, dandy, cool. And you just break it down. You break the game. You break them down. Less minutes, probably. You know what I'm saying?
There's just no way to get a contact sport to play hard in a game that doesn't mean anything. It's just tough. Like, their careers are on the line. Like, yo, nothing. I knew, and it happened to us the worst. The Patriots got the worst of this. Was it Robert Edwards?
Oh yeah, in the beach game, beach flag football game. Wasn't that a flag football game?
Yeah, which I thought was insane to begin with. Why are you playing on the beach? But yeah, he tore his knee up. He was never the same, and no one ever played hard in a Pro Bowl again, other than Sean Taylor.
Right, and that's the only way I can see it. Like, you have all these different QBs nowadays that are not going to be in the Super Bowl. You probably have 4 decent QBs that are playing in the game. Break it up in teams, man, and see how that works. Maybe you could try to tweak it a little bit. Maybe you just go on a year-by-year basis trying to tweak it, but who knows if they're gonna do that. That's the only way. But the festivities and all that, I'm down with the festivities. I'm down to see, grown men have fun. You know what I'm saying? People are adults. You can always have fun. You know what I'm saying? You don't gotta just, do the things that you're told you have to do to have fun. You still be a kid. So I like festivities.
I love watching however old Ray Lewis is, take this shit way too seriously because he is so competitive and he doesn't have any way to scratch that competitive itch anymore. So he's on the sideline coaching like a maniac to a game that nobody cares about.
Hopefully the NFL don't go back to the tweets and everything that's stalling. I mean, he said a little something yesterday. I mean, at the end of the day, it's the game, but he said something that maybe the 2023-24 people won't appreciate. But in all passionate. He said after a play something. He said that's gay. So that's just gay. So, but in all, it's the error. It's the error there. But at the same time, man, he's passionate. You got a passionate guy over there. The guy was passionate his whole career. To go along with whatever man is on the sideline with him. And I mean, it wasn't bad of a game. It's just that how bad it's been in the past. That people, like you said, is not going to continue to watch it. Nobody's going to continue to, invest into it.
Low expectations.
They also did some at halftime. They stopped and did some games that counted towards the score, and then started the game back up second half. It was wild.
Yeah,
some wild stuff going on.
So, what were some of the activities that y'all liked throughout the weekend?
The sled drag was hilarious because the NFC had their own idea of the guy who they had one guy had to be pushed on the coach had to be pushed on the sled, and the NFC coaches kept figuring out if you can move your body in ways to help them move, and they blew by AFC both times that they did it. So it looked like it was corny, they're goofy, they're doing some wild shit, but they would do it. Whatever they were doing was working because they were killing the AFC on the
I'm
sled.
always a tug of war guy.
Yeah, tug of
war always gets me, you know what I'm saying? Definitely.
Seeing one of them, they only did it till one guy fell in though. They should have made
that was whack.
They should have made them all fall in. That shit would have been hilarious.
Fair enough. I like the I only saw the highlights from it because I probably y'all didn't watch a whole lot of it.
Yeah,
but I like the dodgeball. I've always been a dodgeball fan.
Dodgeball's dope.
And the Madden head to head. I even saw some of us chatting in the group in our private chats and stuff. Because I think was it Micah giving somebody some work?
Yeah, Micah.
So Tyreek Hill cannot beat him at all. But what keeps happening is they'll have one guy from the AFC and one guy from the NFC play the first half, and then Tyreek and Parsons play the second half. It was in Njoku versus Puka. Puka was digging in Njoku's rear hard. It was bad. He Njoku couldn't do nothing with that, with whatever Puka was doing. Puka was scoring with himself in the game on Njoku. It was bad. It was real bad.
And agrees with you, coach.
Then he got mad because they were clowning him.
And agrees with you. And wants to see a fly football, old school versus new school.
Oh yes, I'm talking about. Think that'd be cool. They already half-assed it anyway.
They did a whole commercial about this, and them old dudes are like, "I'm good." They're right here on the couch.
That's true. They said the center. And,
it would be funny though.
Long snap competition was new, and I thought that was fun.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
That's actually growing up.
I like this better. This is a great idea from Chris. Don't even play football because you can't play it realistic. So play a basketball game or a softball game. That'd be dope.
Still competitive.
Yeah, you get to compete.
No risk of injury.
And you get to show off your athletic. You get to show off your athletic ability because you're playing a whole new sport right now. You know who's going to dominate? Guys like a guy like Myles Garrett who could play both. Montez Sweat was out there doing things that clearly he could do on a basketball court. I'd like to see that a lot better. Yeah.
Yo, that'd be fire, yo.
Game. You can play that competitively.
Some of the air balls will get.
Oh yeah.
Some of the muscle ball. It'll be crazy.
And just some of the ugliest forms you're ever gonna see. I can't. See, we need to see this.
If you
Baker Mayfield was the offensive MVP yesterday in the game. Shout out to Baker.
That's a hell of a take, Chris. Yeah, they should play anything but football, apparently.
Chris, man, that is pleasant, man. And we hear things like smacking booties and doing all that, but you kept it to the show. So I'm proud of you, Chris. It's a big step, but you've done it.
We're gonna lose him now. We had him.
We're never gonna lose Chris. You know why?
Then
We
you
love
pointed it
Chris.
out.
We lost Coach though. Coach will be back in a few minutes. Fellas, ladies, if you didn't catch the Pro Bowl, you didn't catch any of the highlights, anything, man, you know
you win.
And you didn't really miss nothing if you ain't a fan of it. But if you like some athletes, you know, having fun, man, tune in some of the highlights, man. And definitely softball is neat, but I 100% take basketball over softball.
I would too. See, all right, here's my thing. The reason why softball would be good, Jake, and hear me out right quick. So basketball, if you have them play basketball, there's guys who played basketball. Like I said, Montez Sweat, Garrett, those guys are probably going to dominate that game, which is fine. It'll be fun. But softball's even in the playing field.
Even playing field,
maybe some of them played baseball in college or whatever, maybe high school, but like for the most part, that hand-eye coordination is a lot different than the hand-eye coordination they're used to. That is going to be tough for all of them. And I think that would create a lot of – it also could be a shitty-ass game because they could just not hit anything. So there's always that possibility. But
good comedy relief.
Oh, hell yeah. Maybe every third guy gets to bat off a tee and they make fun of him for it. Like, they can – you can trick it up. Yeah. There's plenty of ways you can go about it. It would be great.
I like the brainstorming. Yeah.
Kyler would definitely not be allowed to play because he's not going to be a Pro Bowler. I'll be here all week, folks.
Speaking of not being a Pro Bowler,
Wolf,
our arch nemesis, two and myself, arch nemesis.
Who that?
Who didn't have a Pro Bowler? The Washington what the fucks, whatever they call the Commanders.
City cops, huh? Okay.
Yeah, we hate.
Commanders are leading the charge in the media this weekend, NFL wise.
Yeah, they did.
So they had a little bit of a hiring this weekend.
And then a hiring.
Hey, before we go into that, can we go into the backstory of this hiring? Because there's a backstory. So the Las Vegas Raiders announced that Cliff Kingsbury was their new OC.
Did they?
Yes. They announced that Cliff Kingsbury was going to be their OC, and in a matter of 72 hours, he said, I didn't want to be the coach no more, and flipped to go to Washington to be their OC. So, coach, go ahead and lean on it.
That's the most Raiders shit I ever heard. Like, that is God, just
so it is the Raiders stuff. So it also keep in mind they just hired our ex DC Dan Quinn.
Yeah. Quinn.
Who I appreciate what he did while he was here. He took us from a historically bad defense, brought some structure, things of that nature in there, and he headed us in the right direction. But he is notorious for second half meltdowns. 28-3. 42 points given up in a home playoff game against the number 7 seed. The game that probably got him fired when I think they was up by Dallas when he was with Atlanta, and they came from behind by like 25, 30 points or something crazy like that to win that game. Got the onside kick. So he's known to blow some leads, but I appreciate what he did for us. So I got a real quick snippet just to set the tone of how how the streets are talking in regards to Dan Quinn.
The next Dallas guy. What are we doing? We wouldn't go to Russia and get Putin as the president. Like, what are we doing? This guy gave up 48 points in a wild card game. He's the DC. That's your defensive coordinator, not your head coach. It's like we brought Ron in again. Just a different guy, different name from our biggest rival. Like, it's not a smart idea.
Dallas Cowboys to the day I die, born and raised. I'm so happy about it. Get rid of them. And I'm happy he's going to Commanders now. So it makes it even better for me because he's picking up a guy that I hate. And it's giving up some bad choices and played bad. Giving up so many games. And we had one of the best defensive in the league, and he did nothing.
I just did a little research when I was hearing about this decision. I after thinking it was just an interesting decision getting a coach from the Cowboys, looked up, I saw this guy's just blown tons of fourth quarter wins, even all the way back to his days at the Falcons.
Yeah, this is the worst decision ever. Get out of here. Get out of here.
Is that Matthew Lillard? Is that Shaggy? Like Matthew Lillard.
He did. So, too, as the other resident Cowboy fan, how does that make you feel seeing how the streets are liking this hire?
Cowboys fans, first off, because are salty as hell. They are salty as hell. And I understand their reasoning. Shout out to Dan Quinn. Like I mentioned, I've mentioned for the last few years, Coach, especially to you. I've never seen Dallas defense in my years alive be great like that. And visual memory. Like you can get those 90s titles. I've seen that. But to really know the game and then really study the game and really now pay attention to the game, that defense the last 3 years is probably the best defense I've seen in Dallas in my era. And we thank Dan Quinn for that. Now, there's some mishaps and all that stuff, but I don't blame that on him. I blame that solely on the players and the people that went out there and do it. Cowboy fans, be careful what you're wishing for. He's going into a situation with a divisional rival.
Mm-hmm.
So he still gets to study y'all motherfuckers. And he was the last coach before you motherfuckers. In Dallas, you ain't going to really change much shit up. And we know that.
That part.
So if you do switch something up, then I'm wrong. But good hire for the Commanders to get a guy in there like that right now, where it's kind of still hot with him. Now, we've seen him as a head coach in the day, couldn't get it done. We've seen him in Super Bowl, whatever the case is. He was there. He got the Super Bowl with the fucking Falcons. He had to get to the Super Bowl with the Dallas Cowboys, and that's because bad voodoo was riding on our side. But I wish the man well. I don't got nothing negative to say about him. The game in question against Green Bay, we said it ourselves. Green Bay is one of our kryptonites. We can't beat these guys. And it continue to happen no matter who the coach was that day. We're probably going to lose. So, here you go, man. Shout out to Dan Quinn.
He said bad voodoo. That's a funny way to say Jerry Jones, but okay.
So true, man. So true.
Man, I think the most noticeable thing about this whole situation is the quick tonal switch on Dan Quinn. That was y'all savior like a month ago.
That's what I'm saying. And that's why I can't disrespect him like that. I can't do that because this is a guy that had me on the TV screen weekly like, shit, this is what we're doing on defense? I've been waiting forever for this shit.
He was next up. Y'all had McCarthy dead and buried with him with a clipboard and a head coaching job by next year. And then 3 games later, it was like, yo, bye, burn him alive.
Get him out of here.
Chase them out of town with torches and pitchforks. I think they can't do worse than they did last year with Ron Rivera in that situation. I think he made a interesting OC hire, which is the next part of the story that happened today, because that's where Kingsbury is actually going.
Yep.
So Cliff Kingsbury is just going to be his OC. Bieniemy's out. Did y'all realize? Did y'all hear that? Oh, y'all didn't hear that?
We heard that. Yep. We heard the enemy. Hold on. And it's another thing of tales, man. Everybody out. Cliff Kingsbury is the new OC there. He said no to the Raiders, and he said yes to the Commanders.
Look, I have no problem with the Commanders deciding that Dan Quinn, we're moving forward with Dan Quinn. Bieniemy doesn't fit what we're trying to do. But you just hired white Bieniemy. You didn't hire so I don't understand this hire. You just Kingsbury is not great.
No, he's sucked at every level he's been at. I still don't know how he even got the job at Arizona.
Well, because he
did nothing at Tech.
No, he did. He did one thing at Tech. He sent Patrick Mahomes to the league.
Patrick Mahomes sent himself to the league. He didn't do shit with Patrick Mahomes here.
I understand that, but technically he was the one working with him. He was the one working with him when Pat Mahomes blew up, and
I think that's why. And I think that's why he got the job. And you see Washington in a position now to potentially go get a QB. They're thinking that magic is sprinkled a little bit. And I'm not gonna throw Cliff and say, "Oh, this is fucking bad of a job." You did all the way, but his first time in the crack from where he was to where he got to. Obviously, you had to humble yourself. He took a year off to kind of get it out the way, and now you humble yourself to go back into an OC position. I think he's going to be much humbled, and he's going to be much more focused and mental, and just doing that job instead of the head coaching job, which is a whole lot.
Which obviously that he bit off more than he could chew. Not only did he take a head coaching job for the first time in the NFL like that, but also he decided to start it off with his college quarterback, who's my size, and it didn't and doesn't like to play football. So that definitely affected how it went. But then how it was going also wasn't great. So, I think they obviously grabbed him knowing that they're going to pick up a quarterback. They did that. Now I wonder if they're really going to try to move up and go after Caleb. But they don't have to, because I think he's a solid enough coach with quarterbacks that you can grab at number 2 any one of those top 3 quarterbacks. And
those colors are as close to USC colors as there is in the NFL, man. Yeah. So Caleb go there, that's going to be crazy. But we just mentioned that Anthony has an interesting post there. I really need to see how EB is in interviews. Ain't no way you got 18 interviews and still didn't be an ACA. The writing's probably on the wall now. A lot of people have been saying it. A lot of people like myself. A lot of people, myself, try to give him, like, I'm going to be real on this screen. I try to give him the, you know what I'm saying, the, hey, man, you like me card. And sometimes that doesn't really go out when you're in professional sports or professional job or in a professional work life. It doesn't go like that sometimes. But people will say, oh, well, this is why he's not getting the job. Maybe it was fool's gold. We seen Bieniemy and we seen Washington kind of climb up offensively for a couple weeks.
Right.
But when you really looked at the stats, it was kind of the same. He wasn't really moving the needle.
It was, the same or worse. And here's the thing. If we're going to say that Kingsbury didn't do shit with Mahomes, then we're going to say the same thing about Bieniemy, because Mahomes made Mahomes, right?
Yep.
All right. Well, then Bieniemy ain't done shit, really.
And
we're going by that. So
my thing was, I mean, I just pushed that maybe he'll get one because of the back flap that he gets. You know what I'm saying? But, hey.
I just don't know how you can give him an OC job when his job was to be a head coaching job, when his job was to be the OC and the offense was whack still. So, like, he didn't make anybody better. So why would we? That would be failing up. Why would he get a head coaching job now that he didn't do anything with an offense? It don't make no sense. So
my thing is, what I want to know is, how did this all come to terms that he was going to leave? He probably thought he had sight. He probably thought he was going to become a head coach going to Washington. Like, that was this might be the easiest road for me to become the coach. And they probably told him, and this is probably crazy, it's a conspiracy moment. The offense was going a little bit. They probably told him mid-season that they were going after somebody potentially when the season ends, and it wasn't going to be him. So then basically, I don't give a fuck now. How you can get sacked how many times you want. Whatever. You know what I'm saying? We'll still look competitive. We still got players on the field, but it's not going to be bad. I think, honestly, they was done with him mid-season. And it sucks because you still got to go out there and still do your job.
I don't know if they were done mid-season. I don't know if there's any evidence of that. I just know the fact that he tried to put out whatever tape he put out there, and it just wasn't great tape. Like, whatever he's putting on the field. And yes, Jake, I said the same exact thing, Sam Howell, but guess what? Even with that, like, they don't get better at all. And Sam Howell isn't.
And then you say that, you can say Sam Howell too. You can say Sam Howell too, but Sam Howell's playing his job as being a placeholder, potentially, for a new QB coming in. So at the end of the day, Sam is just happy to be in the game and be blessed to get a couple seasons to live his dream. So I can't blame Sam Howell.
Also, you used to be a Jones fan, Mac Jones fan. You can't come out Sam Howell, man.
Hold on, be real. Would you rather had Sam Howell season, Jake? Would you rather have Sam Howell season that happened or Mac Jones' season that this happened?
I mean, for my team, Mac Jones, because I wanted the higher pick. But he Sam's a better quarterback.
Commander time. We speed in love with one of our rivals, man. But Washington's trying to, revamp everything from top to bottom. Hopefully it's successful for them. Not in terms of beating us or anything, but for them, you know what I'm saying? Hey, they've been going through a lot of years of scrutiny, trying to get old trash out of there. It seems like they're trying to pick the last few pieces up and start with a clean floor before it get dirty.
their first choice was Ben Johnson.
Didn't work out.
And he pulled his name out of
it. He pulled his name out.
Why?
You know why he pulled his name out?
No.
Allegedly, it came out that he was kind of turned off during the interview process when he kept talking about basketball too much.
Who was?
Magic.
Front office for the Magic and a guy from the Warriors.
Where they just kept comparing shit. Like, I wonder how that went though. Whether did he keep making basketball references or comparisons, or was he literally in there just like in my day with the Lakers? Like, because if that's
he probably was no bullshit.
What the fuck out? Like, what are you talking about?
Because we gotta realize too, shout out to Magic and all that. When people do the headlines, Magic ain't the best of the best when it comes to being on the top. He just got a lot of money so he can stay on the top.
Terrible GM.
He was horrible. He was horrible. The only thing he can run is them restaurants. Other than that, he's a nightmare.
Yeah. Chose Lonzo Ball.
Right. That wasn't a bad pick. That was a bad. Y'all fucking whole team and city ruined him. He would have been fine. He was doing good. If anybody else,
the writing was on the wall. The writing was on the wall when he like left off the bus. Like, fuck y'all. Like, I told y'all this shit was gonna come. And then what? And then what happened?
What? They traded him, right?
No. And then and then we end up winning the next year. So it's kind of like Magic. This is what we're saying. He probably just talking. I was yapping about the 80s. I was rambling and dealing. Then I caught AIDS. You know what I'm saying? All this shit.
Right. Then I caught AIDS. That'd be weird as shit if he brought it up regularly in conversation. I'd be mad uncomfortable.
I would be turned off too. No bullshit.
Like, I'm getting
it's gonna come over here too. See. So Anthony says he really thinks Ben Johnson staying with the Lions, knowing he will be the head coach soon, because Dan Campbell's gonna mess it up and lose his job. I don't see that happening this time soon.
Yo, I don't. Yo, you know what's crazy? I would have felt.
Open up the can of worms.
Yeah, he really did, man. Because like I would have felt this way, even if I hadn't been rooting for the Lions for the last 2 years. But it's way worse now that I've been rooting for the Lions for the last 2 years. Like this would have bothered me anyway. But like, yo, can we stop with the slander, bro? With the Dan Campbell slander? Like they're not
Spin it again,
Bob. It's the Lions. They're lucky to be there. They're only there because he got them there.
That's true.
Jeez.
Ben Johnson got him there.
We're going to find out. That's for damn sure.
Damn Campbell starts the season on the hot seat for the Lions. Damn.
Some bullshit, right? Like
that's some bullshit.
After making a conference championship game.
What doesn't bother you? Yeah, usually when you saying shit, of course.
Oh boy. So I think that's interesting that
you're not wrong, because this bothered me too, honestly. This pissed me off as well. But I didn't even say anything because the next thing bothered me more.
So do you think Caleb's gonna be the real deal?
Do I think who? Caleb? Yeah, I think he's gonna be good.
If he goes to Washington, to be real with you,
I think it's going to be a problem there because they
probably could be the best QB in that division because he's got basically what that struggles with and Jalen struggles with. He has that, and we don't care who the Giants QB is because can they get it right?
No,
we don't know. So,
no.
In regards to that, he has. If he goes to Washington, there's kind of a room in there for him to do it, you know. But hey. The experience on the defensive side that both teams have, maybe.
I'd rather see him go to Washington than something crazy to happen and Harrison Jr. goes to Washington.
You said who goes to Washington?
Harrison Jr.
You really? They're already loaded at wideout.
Yeah.
That's overkill. And then you got nobody to throw it.
Yeah, they're going to overkill. So they're definitely going to go somebody to throw to those guys at least. I can see how it works out.
I can see Penix really fitting there.
That part.
That's what scares me.
Because they got a high second round pick. They talked about that locally today. How they might take Harrison and then come back and take Penix at the top of the second round.
Oh, he won't be there then.
I mean, where it be a Washington?
All this JJ McCarthy love.
Who, me? I mean, yeah.
No.
I mean,
In general.
I have because of fucking they have him ranked pretty high.
Rumors are Raiders and
I
Giants.
would rather see
Raiders
him
are moving. Raiders are going to be the QB. I don't give a fuck.
They
No
have to. I mean, it's weird, but I don't think they should. But they might have to. But like Jimmy G sitting there making all that money, unless they can get out of that contract, that's a weird pick.
I haven't heard nothing about him in a while, so that's going to be interesting going into the draft combine and all that, because I heard before the season was ending that they may just wrap it up with him at season's end. But since season's end, I haven't heard anything. We only heard about the story we entertained with Cliff and Antonio Pierce still being, getting the real coaching contract, other than being an intern. So it's going to be interesting to see what they do. But I feel like, listen here, unless they fail this man in off-season workouts, Aiden, whatever his name is, make strides. I mean, they don't have to really go get a QB either. They can go struggle another year if they want, but they're in Las Vegas. How long do you want to struggle in Las Vegas? Would you trade Justin Fields for Adams?
It's outrageous. It's outrageous. You trading the only guy he would be throwing to? Nah, you can't do that.
Yeah, and then you trade Adams to Chicago. Shit. Then we just talked about Caleb Williams coming to Washington. What the hell did they do with a QB in Chicago? There you go. Get somebody. I don't know.
See Caleb going to Chicago. I'll say I don't know if how May is going to stack up. I've heard rumblings about him being the second quarterback taken. He's a UNC quarterback, so you got to think about that. I know each year is different, but just did he show up in big games?
Did he
the best pick for Washington? That part.
Did he play the big games? Really? Yeah. Nah, he's one of the measurable guys. He's there because the measurable is not really what he did. He's there because he's 6'4", 6'5", big arm.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've seen this before. Mitchell Trubisky. I mean, not in stature and style, but it's kind of UNC. Do you trust that for UNC? You trust it?
Nah, not typically, no.
They say the ACC is technically not a Power 5 after they, and we see what happened.
It's all, but like I think it's hit or miss no matter.
Hold on, ACC quarterbacks, Daniel Jones. And to be real with you, I'm gonna say this again, no limb. We seen Duke play North Carolina in basketball the other night. Shout out to the Tar Heels for the victory. Dude, those colleges don't produce good QBs. They're not supposed to even be good football teams. And these are good football teams. Like, we have to stop this shit. Like, really, if May is good, if May's that guy, I'm wrong. I'm sorry. And you're that dude. But I don't believe it. Measurables, like you said, Will, is why he's there.
Hey, Anthony, that's a weird contrast. You said he's going to be a bust. Now you're saying he's Jay Cutler. Those two things aren't the same thing.
Yeah, because Jay Cutler played double digits years in the league.
Yeah, Cutler wasn't a bust.
Cutler definitely wasn't a bust.
He was annoying, but he wasn't a bust.
Yeah.
So
week by week.
Week by week.
Yeah. The whole this school's quarterback can't do, like, I subscribe to that to a certain extent. Like, what school did Josh Allen go to? Wyoming, wasn't it?
Yeah.
How many quarterbacks they produce regularly? Okay. Like, we can't really always just...
No. I'm just being a smart ass based on the blue bloods in basketball. That's all I'm doing.
Yeah. No, and I'm not coming at... I'm just saying, as a rule, I try not to hold a school against.
Yeah. We can't hold schools accountable. I'm going to hold Kansas, Duke, North Carolina, and UConn. We see Dan Orlovsky come from UConn, so now he's out of the fucking mix. How that work for him?
I'll leave Dan alone, man.
I fucking hate Dan Orlovsky. I hate him.
You hate him?
Really? I hate Dan Orlovsky.
Why?
I hate him. I just hate him.
He talks a lot of shit.
He was talking a whole lot of shit.
They all talk.
You got that tape.
Hey, hold on. Stephen A. talked the most shit, and he ain't played a fucking down in his life. At least he played football.
I hate him too. I like him a little bit less than I liked him. That's my inspiration. That's my guy. But then when you over here being so lazy with your work, I can't respect that shit. Be real. I'd rather you be real and say, like we said to top it off the Pro Bowl shit. We ain't really watched the shit, but we gonna study the shit at least. God damn it. Don't be over here, I make $10 million, so I can just come over here with a receipted headline and I can just lie on shit. No. Because we can Google this shit and fact check shit, motherfucker. We know the rules, and we watching it more than you.
He got a whole team there to help him too. It's crazy.
So that was kind of our warm up. So the next thing we look at is the coaching change that we have had. Now, I heard a couple of things that were pretty interesting today. One of them, the reason why Vrabel probably hadn't found a spot as a head coach. This is the most asinine thing I think I've heard.
What is it?
Supposedly, GMs were intimidated by his physical presence.
Only this time around, not the first time around.
That part.
That's weird.
And my thing is, you're surrounded by giants of men all day, every day. And that's the reason that you decided?
Well, they're really not, though. They hide up in their fucking ivory tower. Like, they're not in the mud like Jerry Jones, which we don't want him there, but he is. Like, they're not down there with him all the time. Like, it's just...
Arthur Smith went down the boot.
Yeah, stay in your ivory tower. How the hell did Arthur Smith get another job? So
he started yelling Massa.
Arthur, no, he's a white guy, isn't he?
The NFL Massa. He started Goodell. I got these cheeseburgers, man. That's what Arthur Smith did.
They made him an OC, right?
Yeah.
I don't think he'll get a head coaching job again.
Yeah, you'll demote yourself. You know, hey, I can get an OC job. I'll take that. Mm-hmm.
Shit's wild, man.
But what you said, coach is because of how he looks.
Yeah, he's intimidated by his physical presence. So I guess they figure if they do something that he didn't want,
it's my bike, punk. It's my bike, punk.
That's terrible, man, and it sucks, man.
This is my team.
So let me ask you this, and I hate to do this because we'll probably think we talk about it way too much.
Okay.
Look at it this way. A lot of, unless they get some retread DC who's sitting at home on his couch already, a lot of these guys are going to know they're going to come in here with the idea that this might be a 1-year gig if shit don't go right.
Yeah. But
so no up-and-comer is really going to want to take that assignment on. Because do you really want to start off by putting that type of possible stench on your name?
But
but look at this right here.
Here's what's weird, though. Why are you going after a defensive coach when you just let one go?
Well, I think there was probably a little bit of some inner workings going in there to where they probably felt like Dan Quinn, and we've said it here before, he's a great DC. Head coach, not so much. Where you're going to have to be in a position whereas if McCarthy gets let go because he's on the last year of his contract, and the defense is going to look at you like, you need to promote our guy. Maybe he wasn't a choice to be the next head coach. Something probably wasn't right. Because you got to think how he left here. Yeah, again, like as Two spoke, we definitely appreciate everything he did for us here. But he limped out on his way of town. That shellacking that we took, the second half, we got beat the F down, man.
I don't even think my man said anything in the media either.
Yeah, why would he? It was only going to hurt his case.
Now, the reason why I say Vrabel for 2 reasons. McCarthy might not make it out the season.
No. Don't say that because that means our season is going to be bad. If he ain't the coach, that means it's hella bad. That's hella bad. But this is hella bad right here. Go to Lewis's post, please. Put it up. Because this would be the worst nightmare for me. Because this is like karma to me. I talk so much shit about this guy. He better not ever touch a star. He better not ever touch a star in this field. Now, even the practice field that we went on. We better never ever touch no Dallas Cowboy merchandise, no gear. We don't want that scrub. We do not want him. And Jerry Jones, if you hear me right now, please don't do it.
Duke hates this dude. We could be talking about the Wizards and he'd be like, fuck Ron Rivera. It's like, yo.
He fucking, a perfect job for Ron Rivera as the co-host on Cam Newton's podcast. And go over there and scream your boy.
He said, pack it up, get a mic. Get a mic, bro.
Now, the reason why I say that is McCarthy may not make it. He's a lame coach walking. Last year of his contract. Stephen Jones and Mike Vrabel have a very good relationship. A lot of people, Stephen Jones is actually running the Cowboys now. If you bring him in here on the 1 year
So then what is Jerry doing?
selling popcorn. And
Jerry's on the podcast every Monday, every day, talking his shit. That's what Jerry doing.
He is the most wrinkled mascot we've ever seen.
Except for the 1 year that shit was all tight.
Where he had the fucking the Peter Griffin.
My man Jerry. My man Jerry over here, man, he gotta chill out, dog. After seeing what Vince McMahon had to go through in the last 3 weeks, couple weeks, Jerry, man, you better chill the hell out, man.
He had a shot, I think, but Bill said he didn't want a big market. So that market's not going to suddenly be small. So I don't think.
Hey, I'll put a conspiracy thing out here. Since you like Vrabel so much, Coach.
Yep.
And maybe Belichick doesn't come in as a coach where he has all control of everything. I can see them being a package deal for whoever team gets them. I can see them bringing the New England way somewhere, but we don't know where. I'm not saying they could be in Dallas, but I think they're both going to be high together somewhere.
How you going to fit both of them big ass heads in one room?
Easy.
Their ego's too big. Maybe I can see. Maybe if Vrabel was like, "I'll be your defensive coordinator until you move on, then I'll be your head coach." I could kind of see maybe that happening. But they both chasing the same type of job, so it's going to be tough. It's going to take one of them being like, "Oh, I'll just be a coordinator."
Mike McDonald's the coach of the Seahawks now, right?
Going to be Bill.
Yep.
I like it.
Yeah.
Do you?
He said we fit you and Duke in the same room. Anything's possible. Allegedly, you put us in the same room. Me and Duke haven't been seen in the same room in over a decade.
Same room, we cool, dog. Roll that shit up. Roll the blunt up. You know, here. Listen, Washington, man. All these coaching changes, man. It sucks that Belichick really didn't get one, man. I thought this was a fucking joke.
I think
he didn't get one.
I think he outkicked his coverage. I think he thought that.
The thing too, we got to think about this too. I mean, there's still a lot of old coaches in the league, a little older. I feel like, you know, a lot of players in the decade, in the era, man, don't adapt to it, man. And as soon as a guy like for instance, like Andy Reid, once he starts losing, unless he retires this year, they eventually going to kick his ass out. All old guys, if you're not producing, it's time for your ass to leave. Belichick, for a couple years, he wasn't doing the thing. Yeah, they'd be loose. You know, and teams probably looked at that like, we don't want you simply because you old as shit. You know what I'm saying? Your old ruler.
You could even be doing good and get the hook. Because Carroll wasn't doing a bad job.
Yeah, Carroll wasn't doing a bad job.
It was like, you old, fuck out of here.
Carroll, what we say, Carroll was kind of doing what the Seahawks didn't want him to do.
Winning. Yeah, I think he's winning too much.
That's true.
Yeah. I think Bill, what happened with Bill is that he didn't want a big market. He didn't want Jerry Jones in that situation. And so he didn't want any big markets. So he wanted a smaller market, and none of the smaller market teams wanted him because they don't think he's going to stay around long enough.
CFL? You think Bill Belichick going to take a head coaching job in the CFL?
No, he doesn't. He was just taking a shot.
Oh, CFL does have openings. Eric Bieniemy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
XFL potentially next year.
I want to change the narrative with Bieniemy though. Like, I got in a pretty, I say a heated debate with some high school friends about it.
Yeah.
Where they think he's it's not fair to him to keep getting passed up, but then one of my guys is like, maybe interview's terrible, which we talked about on here.
We've heard.
And,
interviews being terrible can definitely not get you a job.
And we've also heard that he doesn't mix very well with his coaching style, his communication style. Where some people come up and like, that dude's an asshole. So you can't come in being an asshole without no skins on the wall. First of all,
you got no scalps, bro. You got to collect more scalps.
EB needs to go to Colorado and be with Deion Sanders. Man, Deion's already trying to get everybody in the NFL to go up there and help him. Man,
Deion got his way out as well. Probably like
EB is awful. We have EB. EB is awful. He sheds that light more than I shed the light on Ron Rivera, man. He hates.
Yo, yeah, he is not. He is not. Yeah, it's pretty equal. His hate for EB and yours.
Hey, one thing we got in common, Lewis, we hate the fucking coaches, the former coaches, and the Commanders, and they got rid of all that motherfucking trash.
That's not even his worst coach hang-up. His worst coach hang-up is easily Tomlin.
Tomlin. We have to rearrange and be mutual on that. I don't think we ever will, Lewis, but the fact is, Tomlin will be on the sidelines another year. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see what happens in the chronicles of the next chapter of the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Tomlin's gonna have to super suck to get out of there because the Steelers just
the Roonies love him, though. The Roonies are not gonna give him up.
Had 3 coaches like in 60 years.
Yeah, they just don't do it. It's so weird. I like Tomlin. It's just time. Yeah, that's fair. No, that's fair. It is time. It is time, but it's not gonna happen because the Roonies are insane.
But come on now, they did him a disservice. Big Ben stayed like 3 years, way too long. And they didn't have an in-house replacement.
That was definitely part of the problem, but also, like, at some point, you can go try to draft a replacement, and all you came up with was Pickett and Rudolph. Like,
how much control does he actually have there?
I think.
Damn, we talk about Blacksmith hired already. How much control does he really got there? That's a really good question because now it's got my mind thinking.
Who's their GM?
It's Tomlin and Yes Man.
Who's their GM? Isn't he doesn't have both jobs, does he? Like, Bill? No.
I don't think he does.
And Mike Tomlin needs to go. John Harbaugh needs to too.
Here's the thing, though. Nah, because Harbaugh has won some playoff games recently. Yeah, that's another truth. Undisciplined. Yeah, I just
that's kind of getting back into.
And they have talent on Pittsburgh. So the fact that
they fired this honestly, and we kind of felt it. We kind of seen it with AB and Le'Veon Bell and them.
Bell
do they really like Tomlin, or they just big him because he's a black man?
I don't know. Bell wants to come back. You didn't hear that today?
Yeah, I heard Bell wanted to come back. Yeah, Bell's high. Bell's on some eye candy or something. Because he know damn well Pittsburgh ain't opening him, bringing him back nowhere. Trust me. He's on that snort candy. Sorry, Le'Veon, but you tripping. Pittsburgh ain't bringing you back here. What the fuck you did to them? Yeah, he ain't doing that.
Yeah, I don't agree with Anthony with the Harbaugh thing. Harbaugh just got them to an AFC Championship game. And he's kind of playing with one arm tied behind his back, and that arm is the arm that has to throw the ball because his quarterback is
the man who was just in the AFC Championship game. Yeah, you can't get rid of Harbaugh after that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? With a running back quarterback, you can't do that.
A running back quarterback.
Now, the rumor is
called him a Monday.
Yeah, well, I'm sorry, dog.
Yo, Kawan's rolling over in his grave right now. He ain't even dead.
Yep, Kawan, that's what all that shit talking. Lamar and Dak played the same fucking. Matter of fact, Lamar can't even chase him back to a win. Couldn't even get his stats up, even if he wanted to try to fucking have his stats up. Lamar's not that type of guy.
Oh no.
Oh, quick. Oh yeah, I'm at your ass tonight about Lamar. Oh yeah.
Getting worse.
I try to be nice. Lamar my guy though. Lamar my guy. But we got to keep it real.
Yeah, he wasn't good in that game.
It wasn't good. It's okay.
Y'all cold.
The man threw a triple coverage pick like that. There's no excuse for that.
You don't talk about that.
My boy, he was chilling on the wire the night before the game.
What made him throw that ball? That's crazy. Like, I don't even understand. There was no part of that route that he was open.
He channeled his inner Dak Prescott.
Even worse. Yeah.
He's open. No, not really.
But it was like, at least I feel like when Dak does that, it's CeeDee Lamb. He's like, CeeDee's down there somewhere. My man did that to Likely. Like, just like, guy's been starting 3 games, maybe.
my man from Everwood's putting the Firestone. Come on, dog.
Lewis says EB is best, in my opinion, as an assistant role where he has the minimum say on play calling or decisions and only available during the weekends via Zoom.
Only available during the weekend. He scored 3 points in the second half, and the Ravens did nothing with that. Man, that was so bad. Yeah, not good. Not good.
Not good. So speaking of Chiefs, got some Super Bowl shenanigans going on.
Oh, that's
We
a
talked about it
flagrant foul.
before the show. We talked about it before the show as far as the practice field and the Chiefs being petty, or if you're on the other side, the 49ers whining about not being able to have access to the field. Whose side you taking on this?
So wait, what was the first part?
So some people said that the Chiefs was being petty by not because they had I think an hour availability where they could have let the 49ers use the field.
No,
They're
they're not being petty. This is how this is set up. So every year I forget however they determine it, but they determine which team is home, which team is away.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have designated places where you can practice. Bottom line. The only thing that the Niners are bitching about is that there's a rating, there's a rating scale for how a field gives, like the give that a field has. And basically the minimum that they run with is 50. So, and that's what their field that the 49ers are practicing on. It's rated at 50. And the Chiefs, theirs is rated at 80 where they are.
Damn, almost double.
Yeah, almost double. And so they basically was just complaining about that. They were like, ours should be at least 70. That's like minimum. And they're like, well, actually, no, we actually have minimums. It's 50. You have it. Have fun. Go practice. Like, that's it. Stop bitching.
Why don't you go practice on the UNLV fucking field?
That's what they are. That's the one that sucks.
That's what both teams are? Hold on.
The UNLV field is where the Niners are, and I believe the Chiefs are where Vegas plays, where the Raiders.
Shut the fuck up! No, now I'm bugging. No. If that's the case, I am tripping. If Vegas at LA Stadium, and I've seen the lovely stadium from the outside. I know how it is in the inside. Listen here, Jerry Jones put some money in that shit, and then you got them practicing in the hood, and the hood feels bad. Yeah. I'm mad.
Here's what it is. Should have been the home team, but you wasn't.
That's crazy. Hold on. And hold on. And let me get this straight. Let me get this fucking straight here. We all watch football this season, right? Yeah. We all watched it, right? It's the last thing I'm gonna say. We seen the fucking Chiefs go like this all year. Oh, and they're the home team?
Sucks.
Hold on. But if you go to Vegas right now, they're the underdog? Yeah, this is Taylor Swift paying the extra $1 million, $2 million, $3 million, $4 million. Hold on. Kelsey now, $5 million, $6 million. They fucking buying the field. They buying the field to practice on. Oh, man, listen here. This is more reason why I'm not watching Super Bowl. This is all becoming bullshit right now. This field shit? Yeah, listen here. I'm mad on the 49ers.
This is misplaced outrage. They chose those spots before they knew the teams. So it has nothing to do with anything.
No, I understand they chose the spots for the teams. No, absolutely.
They chose the spot before they even knew the teams.
No. The practice spots.
Yeah, that's what.
No, but what I'm saying is the 49ers are clearly the home team. So how did the Chiefs get the home field?
They're not. They're considered the away team.
Who? The 49ers? Yeah. They should be considered the home team. They had the better record.
That's not how it's based off of.
This is what This is why they can't get their Pro Bowl correct. This is why their Super Bowl fucking I ain't watching. And this is the reason. Because of bullshit like that. Clearly all year we know who the better team was. But we're not talking about the game. The game's gonna be different on Sunday. Patrick Mahomes the rule.
That's not how it's picked though.
They need to change that shit. That's what they need to change.
This year between
alternates back and forth. So that's all it is.
That's fucking terrible too. That's terrible. That's fucking terrible.
It actually is fair though.
That is terrible.
It's the fairest way to do it though.
No, that is not the fairest way to do it. The team that had the better year is the team that should have privileges to whatever field.
No, because the Super Bowl is supposed to be a neutral site. So
I understand all that. It's like the MLB faces. It's like the MLB during their All-Star game. Yes, the team that wins.
And listen, and everybody who's a baseball purist fucking hates that rule.
I like the rule.
Okay,
it brings the competitiveness to the game. I like that rule.
I agree. It makes the All-Star game more competitive. I agree. Listen, they should fucking do it. The Pro Bowl is terrible. We already discussed this. I agree. Right. It should probably be a thing.
And something like something like that's nailed, then I ain't mad at it. But the fact that you just told me that they alternate on years and shit, it's damn. Oh, the Chiefs are the fucking the seventh. Well, they finished second, right? They finished second in the AFC, right?
And Jake, yeah, that's a luck of the draw. It's still considered a neutral site. They just happen to play a home game for fucking Super Bowl. They got lucky.
First time, yeah.
Right, they got lucky, and there's no way. And they got lucky as shit, and they would have been damned, and all that would have happened. And then who they play in the Super Bowl?
Chiefs.
The Chiefs would have got what? That's crazy. But nah, I mean, it's funny though. It brings humor and comedy to all shit. But me just sitting here like
the other problem is they can only do the Super Bowl in so many places. Basically, you pretty much have to do a dome. You're an asshole if you don't. And if you don't do a dome, then still you got to do it in a warm place. Well, because it's a whole fanfare. Super Bowl isn't just a day; it's a week, 2 weeks. Motherfuckers been in there for 2 weeks just chilling, so you kind of gotta.
Well, good thing is not that. It's not. I mean, in terms of distance, you got to go far. It's not like you have to go fucking an hour out just to go practice somewhere. It's kind of in the same, not same distance, but it's not. That's great.
Actually, the Niners are staying 25 miles outside of Vegas,
and they got to hold on. And they got to come into the hood to come practice.
But the point was they wanted to keep them the fuck off of the Vegas Strip, so they made sure they're away from Vegas.
Both teams are that distance. Both teams are.
I believe. I don't know where the Chiefs are. I heard with a.
I tell you, the Chiefs right now, they in Marina Bay. That's where they are right now. They living life, man. I'm telling you, the Chiefs are on the strip. Tony on the strip right now.
So the next 4 Super Bowls, obviously, Sunday's in Vegas. Next year is in New Orleans. The year after that is in Levi Stadium, and then the year after that is in SoFi.
Who's Levi?
49ers.
Oh shit, that's risky. You might end up being in another home game. I mean,
that's what I was going to ask. What out of those we got? Vegas. Obviously, they're not in the Super Bowl this year. You got New Orleans next year. You got Levi.
Yep.
And then you got SoFi.
The LA.
SoFi, Seattle, right?
SoFi is on LA.
Chargers.
Oh. Oh yeah.
Which one of those teams? The Chargers looking like John Harbaugh trying to get the SoFi man in a couple years. We'll see though.
But like,
yeah. I don't see the fucking Saints representing nothing.
Nah, they won't be playing.
Besides the festivities that go on there, Michael Thomas be security guard.
They can host. They can like show up and pass out water and shit. But
Mr. Loomis passing waters out and shit.
Man, Mickey Loomis with the waters.
So another Super Bowl shenanigan. We had some more action that happened this weekend. A lot of outside interferences possibly for Patty Mahomes. You got his brother being who his brother is. You got the Taylor Swift stuff going on. But then his pops got picked up this Saturday for got arrested for DUI.
His third DUI.
Yeah.
How many times has his son got him off?
Hey, yo.
Well, actually, he had one DUI, but this is his second DWI.
I thought DWI was the new DUI. I didn't think DUI still exists. I don't know. I don't be drinking and driving.
Now, the thing that's crazy, so he got charged with the second DWI offense. Oh, you're right. It is his third, Will. So his second one he got was in 2018. He pled guilty and did 40 days in the county jail. He got a DUI in 94.
Right. They are.
After getting in trouble at a TCU Texas Tech game.
Well, at least you spread him out the first time. Now they're getting closer.
So, do you think this is going to affect Mahomes' concentration?
No.
No, he knows his dad's a drunk. He knows his dad get drunk, get party, eat parties and shit. He knows what his pops do.
He's been dealing with this his whole life. He is the only one who's not an asshole in his family. And actually, when we saw him all frustrated about that call, he low-key a little bitch about shit too. We just don't be seeing it because he be winning so much.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Him and his mom are probably the only two sane ones.
Watch when Andy and Kelsey leave and shit start getting real difficult for him. We're gonna be seeing him.
He gonna shut it down.
Not shut it down. We're gonna see a hold up beside of him. It's gonna be like when
more vocal.
It's gonna be like when Braun was like, "Well, y'all gotta go back to work tomorrow." Like it's gonna be one of those situations. Like, oh, you sounding salty? Come on, like,
yeah, man. This man right here. Obviously, we've seen him the last few years. You know what I'm saying? Comment on Patrick Mahomes' success, his wins, and all that stuff, man. And we just wish the man well, man. This is the third. This is the third one. You probably need some help. You know what I'm saying? Hey, NFL, your son. I mean, it can't always be your son, having your back, but somebody got to get him the help he needs, man. I mean, he probably already had the help that he needed anyway when he had his last case. But for jail, he took the jail time. He didn't have to probably go to rehab and all that shit. So that's something that you got to pay attention to. Most of the time, they give you one or the other. Sometimes they give you both, but most of the time they do one or the other. Yeah. What they should have did is gave him both of the shits. When he got out of that 40 days of jail, they should have gave him the fucking intake classes or whatever he had to need to take.
He had to have had them. If he only did 40 days in jail, they definitely gave him a class when he got out. I promise you.
Now, if he took the 40, if he had those days and still doing the same shit, I don't feel bad for you, Pops. Pops, listen here. Listen here, Pops. Man. Hey, we know one thing, though. You can't say that Patrick ain't black. Look what his daddy doing.
honestly, I can relate so
Yo, staying at the Hilton Lake, Las Vegas. They staying at the Hilton. She's staying at the Weston Lake West Spa, and it's not really on the strip. It's not really on the strip. It's not the strip at all. Those shits right there are expensive fucking hotels that's off the strip. They don't want them. Oh, they probably just speaking. I don't.
The Weston is nice.
Yeah.
So the Weston Hilton down there, fucking shit. Listen here.
So is the Hilton.
I haven't stayed at the Hilton, but I stay at the
Weston. Come to the Hilton up here. And we'll show you the whole total difference in that shit.
It ain't quite the same. I mean, we have a good Hilton, but we also have a bad Hilton. It's not ideal.
Depending on what side of the tracks, you know.
I think our Weston closed. I think our Weston and Brighton, they shut that shit down because we was over here calling it up.
Yeah. They also shut down the Howard Johnson in Kenmore because that was also a fucking nightmare.
Oh, and you know what else they just closed down? Yeah. The Holiday Inn on Brookline Ave going towards Coolidge.
No.
And they closed the Buckminster.
Oh, well, that place had
that was my joint right there.
That was the joint, but it had to go. But they closed down the joint in.
They closed the Holiday Inn.
No, that was the jump off spot. That was the
crazy, man.
That was the hey, y'all gotta tell me spot. Yeah, call them bitches.
Listen here, man. Hey, can I talk one more thing about this whole? It's not. I mean, it could be Super Bowl related. But I want to talk about this tonight. And I know people are fucking tripping. I know this is not serious talk. We're not. People are mentioning the fade. Travis Kelce being the fade, famous to the fucking fade.
Wait,
y'all, whoever says that needs to get the fade right now, 1-on-1. Put your numbers up. Because y'all talking crazy. Like we ain't doing Isaiah Jones.
I don't know what's happening.
So basically, the Travis Kelce's fade has been trending. And basically installing that Travis Kelce invented the fade.
Oh, no. You got y'all.
What?
Yeah, hey, look, this is exactly what they wanted. Don't do this for them. This is all.
No, I'm telling y'all right now. No, y'all don't know Nazir Jones, and he ain't the first person when you mention the fades. I'm knuckling up with your ass straight the hell up. Real shit. Because y'all are disrespectful. Y'all can try to get people to get us in the game because of Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce. Okay. Bro, but y'all ain't gonna fucking over here and tell him that a cut that's been famous by, I'm not gonna say who, is famous by Travis Kelce's ass. Hell no.
Bro, they rewrote history with the Running Man. You understand that? They rewrote Google Running Man. It's not what we grew up. It's not the same anymore. They rewrote a whole dance. So they're gonna rewrite history. We can't do shit about it.
No. We can't rewrite the fade. Hell no.
They're gonna try.
They can fucking try.
Fight back.
They see me, they gonna stop trying. I'm gonna knuckle up. We all knuckle up. That's all I had to say about that shit. That shit was fun.
Man threw him up like pops.
Hold on, give me the Kelce fade number one. Let me get the Kelce, yo. Let me go get the Kelce. If I ever hear somebody in the barbershop say that shit, I'll slap them fucking front.
Yeah. I'm going to Supercuts and I'm ordering the Kelce.
I'll put on the alcohol rub. I swear to God, I'll put on the alcohol rub. Smack her. Real shit.
Where's my powder? Give me the powder.
Oh man, listen here.
So let me ask y'all this: You're rolling through tonight,
Mm-hmm.
So we've always known about the NFL championship games.
Yeah.
Pre-merger. Then we know obviously the Super Bowl. But I don't think the Super Bowl really became what we know now, I think until Super Bowl III, if I'm not mistaken. Before it was still AFL versus NFL, the first two.
That long, huh?
But
Oh, sorry.
did y'all know that at one point in time there was a third place game?
No, I did not.
They played a loser game. They played the NIT.
In the loser bracket. The Lions versus Ravens would probably be better than the Chiefs fucking 49ers game.
Lions Ravens is the fucking Super Bowl everybody wanted. So you're probably right. It might outdo it if they played it.
So best believe I know Lamar ain't having 2 bad weeks in a row.
That's true. That's true. So
Dan
my
Campbell
curveball that I had mentioned to y'all earlier.
Hey, Dan Campbell's still gonna go for them fourth though.
And it's interesting that you said that because at one point in time, the Detroit Lions kept finishing third.
Yeah, when they were one of the original teams, and that makes sense that they would keep. Yeah.
So after the last NFL championship, I think was in '57. They actually the first 3 versions of this game they swept it. They beat the Browns, the Eagles, and the Steelers.
Look at them.
What does it take to be number 1 to not win it?
Nobody remembers. Oh, rough.
But
hold on. Feel bad for Detroit. Detroit loses. Benzino blasted Eminem in the rap diss. Yo, Detroit's going down bad this week, dog. The Pistons still suck.
Yeah, that dude came out of his fucking coffin and took a shot back at M like 20 years later. Like,
no, because I heard M on a recent track came at him.
He always do though.
You know the funny thing is about his shit? Benzino, he said he was in the studio with a couple of homies, and a couple of homies was like, say this, say that. And he just made it into a freestyle.
Yeah, that makes sense because Benzino sucked. Shout out to Mike Ross, shooting the fuck up.
Yeah, they played that game from 1960 until '69, and then once the Super Bowl became implemented, that was what instigated the demise of the third place game.
Lions may never give you shit.
Can't have nothing nice.
So I thought that was pretty interesting.
Was. I didn't even know that shit too. Until I seen that's what we was gonna be talking about. What? There was a third place game.
And Lombardi hated it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I think honestly, for this funny ass, shitty ass fucking way football being played right now, I wouldn't be surprised they bring that shit back.
Like I said, they should. Everybody wanted to see that game.
They should have that the week before the Pro Bowl. They should have that in place of the Pro Bowl.
Pro Bowl,
Pro Bowl festivities, and then that shit right there.
Yeah, do a little. Yeah.
Now, somebody had pitched the idea I heard it on the radio station that I like. You take the team that currently has the number 1 and number 2 pick.
Yeah, and make them play for
the top pick.
Oh, you can have that too. You can have a big pay-per-view going on.
So that shit makes way more sense even than the playing for third. Like playing for third's cute and all, it'd be fun, but honestly, that would turn into the Pro Bowl because they won't care. But playing for that first pick, motherfuckers will play their ass off for that one. That'll be different. Although that'll be weird too, because the players don't really have a stake.
Any buy into
hold on.
Especially if it's a quarterback that's on the fence.
If I'm
coming in,
I think that's a bad idea, fellas. Now I'm gonna say it's a bad idea.
If I'm saying how, keep it my job.
I'm just saying, are they playing hard to win or are they playing hard to lose? That's the thing there. Because whoever they playing for that spot, they definitely gonna see a lot of interceptions in that shit.
Yes.
They ain't gonna want to win that game. Yeah. Half of the NFL is gonna be AI robots.
Cyberball.
Frankie was good, bro.
They will have an AI robot football league, but the NFL won't be involved in that.
When you coming on the show, Frankie, I heard you was coming through and we ain't seen you yet.
We're going to see Frankie later on in 2024. We're going to see him this year. For sure, we're going to see him. And anybody else that want to be a guest on any of our shows, whether it's the Play Call Sheet, Chop Up, or Parlay Perspective, let us know, and we'll make the necessary things happen to make it happen. It's not hard.
We'll get you on. We'll put you in Jake's Square since he's never here.
Shit, don't work. Don't go too hard, man. You might get that square forever.
Take it.
Oh man, Who you got for shout outs tonight?
Oh, we already shouting out.
Shout out to the crew, man. Y'all, I feel real. I missed you guys.
Yeah.
And I did a live this afternoon because I missed y'all so much. And I knew
was
y'all was
different.
probably busy. So that's what we're trying to do every once a week, man. Just go live with my weekend thoughts on things that happened during the weekend. But in all, man, I was happy to see you guys tonight, man, and be on tonight, man, for another week of hot fire, baby.
Did you
Shout out to everybody that tuned in, though. For real. Without y'all, wouldn't be here. Wouldn't be nothing here. Subscribe, STWF.
you tag us when you go live? Tag a brother.
No. I'm gonna get to do that because I'm new. Like it's kind of like I feel like I'm new to this shit. No.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm new to this shit. So next time I'm gonna tag people.
I bet. Also, just random Pelicans up 138 to 98. That's fun.
Over who? Toronto?
Yeah.
And I was gonna take Toronto with the points, and I'm happy I didn't. Oh shit!
I think you can take the point.
I was gonna take them with the points. Plus 11 was the start.
I think New Orleans covered by themselves.
Yeah, New Orleans covered by the spread was 11. I think it was 12.
Yeah,
they doubled that shit. They probably had that shit in the first half. I should have fucking had the Pelicans first quarter.
But that's for another show, folks. We'll see you Wednesday. Shout out to everybody who joined us. He said, watch Sam Howell throw for 4 TDs and over 400 yards just to win the first round pick and lose his job. Yeah, sound like some Sam Howell shit. And I see that your commander season's over. Now it's defender time. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the XFL. It's not the XFL no more, is it? Or they collab with the USL?
UFL.
Huh? UFL.
Yep.
So shout out to the
I'm laying that bitch.
I'm kind of hyped for that because they combine in the
They
league.
need a team in Massachusetts, dog, or New England, dog. Damn, I want to watch a game.
That was kind of my main problem with that league is that it was like 6 teams. It was
Right, all the mega towns, dog. Why Boston ain't a mega town? Fuck.
Why what?
A mega town. Why we can't have a football team?
Because just that it's the space problem. So the place that they were gonna move Gillette to where Encore is, but everybody fought against it in that neighborhood, and then they got fucked over anyway because they put a casino there instead.
Right, and you fucked up anyway because now the city's bloated and fucking loud every night.
Right, like you could have had a stadium there that brings in a lot of money and a football team, the Patriots, but instead now you just got a casino and the worst kind of people. You guys did.
WrestleMania 2 and WrestleMania 3 were in football stadiums, correct? No, WrestleMania 2, people gotta realize. WrestleMania 2
like a group
was in 4 different locations, Chris.
Was it?
Or 3 different locations. So they had a total of 12 matches, and each location had 4 matches.
Oh shit, I didn't even know that. That's wild.
WrestleMania 3 was at the Pontiac Silverdome in Detroit, which was the whole that they didn't move.
That whole big one, yeah.
Right. And then, of course, 4 and 5 was held from Trump's Plaza.
Trump.
So that's for you, Chris, man, if you didn't know. You're a wrestling head, so I probably didn't think you knew that. So.
That I know. But what we got? So tomorrow we got Chop Up.
Yup.
Chat, cover some topics, man. It's getting rough out here.
We got some Chop Up tomorrow, man. Some Chop It Up. We're going to have some topics, some major ones. We surprise you every week. What we got, we surprise ourselves most of the time because it's not like we know what we're talking about now, but we'll know in a couple hours what we're talking about. So that's the surprising thing. Overall, man, if you don't know what the show is, man, freestyle from the head, man, on topics that we bring in, non-sports related. We try to give everybody a sense of, life. And to feel like you don't have to come in here. You don't have to come in here. Even if you don't talk sports, you can come in here and chat with us, man. You know what I'm saying? We'll tell you that to y'all, man. But we're going to be talking sports most of the time. But tomorrow's show, we here, man. For anything y'all want to talk about, if there's anything y'all want to talk about, let us know. Chris, don't hit me up with no booties and all that stuff you want to talk about. Something respectful for the crowd. You know what I'm saying?
Chris, how my back shots, baby.
Yeah, that's me. Y'all see what I put on? Y'all see what I put on the page on Sunday, right?
Nah, what you?
So I put so they had something on Instagram with porn, OG porn stars in their ages now. And Daryl said, "I thought y'all was shooting a new show. Why you do me like?"
Oh man, that dude's a fool.
You said anything I want to talk about. Chris, man, never mind.
I want to talk about Chris.
No, why you gonna do that? Stop that. What are you doing?
Let's talk about
at the end of the show. Chris, he gonna come in hot.
Chris is crazy, man. But Chris, we love you, dog. Can't wait to get my package, man, next week, man. Hey, Chris,
There you
y'all
go.
got Herd's chips down there, right? Give me a couple bags of honey barbecue chips in that box, Chris. Hook me up. Hook me up. That those down south honey barbecue chips be fire. I ain't no Vince McMahon.
Tomorrow, mail.
You Chris McMahon.
Oh God.
Oh man, y'all cutting up as always, man. Shout out to you fellas, man. Good to be back. I missed y'all last week. Your boy was down under, but we back at it like we mad at it. Man, we got the Super Bowl coming up. We talking football.
Super Bowl.
Go out season mode, but you know what? That just builds up the anticipation for the
Coach, you better not be watching the Super Bowl. You better not be watching the Super Bowl.
Numbers better hit.
It's our job. We gotta watch.
I ain't watching no Super Bowl. I'm not watching that shit.
Why?
Because the Cowboys did not make the Super Bowl.
Oh, you just never gonna watch again?
No, just this year.
You just never gonna watch again.
But everything that's going on in this football world, I can't watch it, man. I'm waiting for the All-Star game. NBA All-Star games, I'm waiting for it.
Watch the game.
You know what the Super Bowl has been like to me for the last 29 years and counting?
Exhibition.
If my team ain't in it and I'm watching another team play, it's like watching somebody else with your mate.
That's why I ain't watching that shit.
It don't feel natural.
Hey, so but here's the thing, man. That's clearly a woman that you got attached to.
Nah, F you, Will. F you. You know why, Will? You know why I'm going to say F you, Will? Because you watched this fucking team playing it fucking 90 years straight. Man, listen here. You're waiting for some new action on that shit. Listen here. I ain't cutting. Hold on. And then, Will, you had an extra year with Tom Brady and Gronk playing in the Super Bowl. So you be fucking, I'm not listening to your ass. Disappointment, man.
I'm fucking tired of going to parades.
He rubbing in, he cut his
Yo, I ain't fucking with you, dog.
Make sure y'all tune in tomorrow night. Nothing chickity chop up. Juke, take us out, man.
Cowboys, put some cork in your football. Send me so sad.
Find this podcast and others on STWF TV, the podcasting network, wherever you get podcasts.